Hi guys, welcome to another episode of the Flightless Bird. I'm your host, Jonathan Milne. As New Zealand gets colder, it's getting harder and harder to find things to do. So today, I'm going to show you how to throw your own winter festival at your house, inviting your friends, listening to some good music, and enjoying a wine. The first thing you're going to want to think about is guest list. Have a chat with your friends, try and work out a date that's going to work for everybody. When we're talking about this, we're not talking about a big house party with 150 people that ends up on MySpace, police helicopters and all that sort of stuff. We're talking about a small opportunity for all your friends to come around, about 10-15 people, have a good wine, a catch up, and listen to some fun music. So let's now go inside and take you through the actual steps to make this happen. One of the really important things to do when you're trying to do something like this is remember to have some structure and kind of keep things flowing evenly. It's really important that you don't get yourself stressed when you're trying to get ready for a little festival at your place. So first things first, let's get this place clean. Things like dishes in the sink, shoes around the house. Oh, who left these here that are conveniently my size? Now we've got the problem of how to deal with the bathroom, and I don't know about you, but I don't want to clean up any messes tomorrow. So what are we going to do about it? Well, I have a solution. Of course, it's probably not the most popular one, but we're going to do it anyway. No, I'm just kidding. But what you do want to make sure you do is that you have air freshener and plenty of hand towels, because you don't want your guests not being able to dry their hands, or worse still, using your bath towel. Thank God all of that's done. Now we can move on to some of the fun stuff like the music and the entertainment. So at this party, we're going to have a Nintendo Wii. Something like this is an excellent idea for guests to be able to keep themselves entertained. You can play like tennis and all sorts of games that are interactive, and it's a whole heap of fun after a few wines. Now we move on to music. If you've got a laptop or an iPod, then it means you're not going to have to worry about CDs as long as your stereo has got an auxiliary port. So what you want to do is create a playlist on your computer and put some songs on there that are all going to be from an album. So things like the Ministry of Sound albums or the Head Candy albums are really great fillers. You can then still put latest hits. If you haven't seen one of these cables before, it's an RCA connection that connects up to a 3.5 headphone jack. This means that you can either plug it directly into the headphone socket on your computer, or alternatively on your iPod or your MP3 player. Then these little red and black, or sometimes the other cable is white, can go into the back of your stereo into the auxiliary port. You can then press the auxiliary button to tune it in, and then you've got total control over your music. This allows you to not have to worry about any changing of CDs, and you can just set the whole music up for the entire evening and just relax. Now we've got the whole place set up, so I'm going to head off and get some food and beverage, and as always guys, don't forget your green bags. By the time you've been to the supermarket and bought all your food and your beverages, I think it's time for a little break. So if you just excuse me for a second. That's much better. Of course, to make any event work, you've got to have the right mix of people, enough food, and certainly enough booze. So make sure that you buy a little bit of extra booze to cater for the people that perhaps haven't bought something. And if the night goes exceptionally well, then you're really going to need it. The type of food that you serve is really up to you, and you've got to make a decision about how much you want to spend on that. So go down to the supermarket and have a look around. You can get chips and sausage rolls really cheap, or you can go right up to the other end of the scale. So we're not really going to get into that. However, what you do want to do is make sure that you cater enough for people. So do make sure that you have some things that are really quick to cook later in the night, so that if people are getting intoxicated, you can just throw it in the oven like sausage rolls and just serve them round. When people are really drunk, they're going to want to eat. So thanks for joining us, and I really hope that your winter festival goes exceptionally well.
Right now it's
as you can see, everyone's having an absolute blast here. There's some delicious food on the table, some beverages, and everyone's having a awesome time.
We're eating baby food.